Well, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're just going to discuss what a NATO strap is, a double pass versus a single pass strap, and a couple different variations on how you can wear them. The reason they're called a NATO strap is because back in the 70s, NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, used to issue these to British soldiers, and the name just stuck. In my hands here, I've got a double pass NATO strap. The argument for why these are beneficial is because they're inexpensive, they're durable, and they dry quickly. Also, there's an argument that if one of the spring bars was to fail on your watch case, as I will demonstrate just by unhooking one here, then you wouldn't lose the case. It would stay on your wrist because it's still attached. Now that's true, but if the spring bar on your clasp was to fail, then your whole watch would still fall off of your wrist, which is why I always swap a spring bar clasp for a clasp that has a straight, solid, threaded bar. And I have a video on that I just put out a few weeks ago, and I'll link to it in the top corner of the screen right now. And I'll put a link in the description below as well, so you can check that out if you're interested. It's a good way to add some extra security to any watch strap. The reason this strap is called a double pass NATO strap is because it has this second piece of strapping underneath, in which the long strap here passes through after looping through the case. A single pass NATO strap would not have this. I always prefer to buy a double pass NATO strap for several reasons. One, I just like the way that they look. And two, if I ever decided that I didn't want that extra strap, I could just cut it off. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys a few ways to wear it. The reason some people choose a single pass over a double pass strap is because it reduces one layer of material sitting underneath the watch, which in turn reduces the height that the watch will sit off of your wrist by 1 millimeter, or whatever the thickness of your strap is. So for example, if your watch case was 13.5 millimeters and each layer of your strap is 1 millimeter, well, your watch case would be sitting 15.5 millimeters off your wrist. However, without that one piece of strapping, it would only sit 14.5 millimeters off of your wrist. So you're left with a little bit lower profile, which some people prefer. But there's a way to do that even with this strap. Before we get into it, we're going to mount this strap to the watch case. The case we'll be using today is this sub-style case, a build that I just did a few weeks ago. If you want to check that out, I'll link to that right now in the top right corner of the screen, and I'll also put a link to that in the description as well. Traditionally, the short side of a watch strap should be mounted to the 12 o'clock position of the watch case, and the long side of the strap would go to the 6 o'clock position of the watch case. Now, this isn't set in stone, but the reason behind it is because generally people wear a watch on their left wrist and use their right hand to do up the clasp. And this is easier when you mount the short side to the 12 and the long side to the 6. If you're left-handed, you may want to reverse it, but in general, just do whatever feels comfortable for you. So getting started. If you've just unpackaged your NATO strap, there's a good chance the long piece of strapping is passing through this last keeper here. So we're just going to remove that. We're going to take the long piece of strapping and we're going to pass it over top of the 12 o'clock spring bar underneath the case. And we're going to pull the case all the way up until it's sitting between this keeper and the keeper on the secondary piece of strapping underneath. Once it's positioned properly, we're going to take the long strap again, passing it up through the other spring bar, and then passing it through the keeper of that piece of material underneath the watch case. Right now, your watch case should be fully mounted, sitting between these two keepers. And now putting it on the wrist is just like doing up a regular watch. Find the right position for yourself, pass the strap up and through both keepers, and take the excess bit of material here and just fold it inwards and tuck it down into this top keeper, just neatly keeping it out of place. And this is the traditional way to wear a NATO strap. The other way to wear a double pass NATO strap is to pull this secondary piece of strapping from beneath until the keeper is near the end of the strap. Slide your wrist through pull it tight, and then you're going to do up the rest of the strap just as you would a regular watch. So passing the strap through the clasp, finding your size, putting the excess material through these last two keepers as we did before, and then tucking in the excess. What we've done here is we've moved this keeper that was on the inside to the bottom of the wrist, as well as the excess material from that second piece of strapping is now under our wrist instead of underneath the watch. So you've reduced the height that the watch sits off of your wrist by 1 millimeter or so. In my opinion, this feels a little bit less balanced, having so much hardware on the outside of the wrist and nothing on the inside. But we can fix that by making a small adjustment. If you remove the watch from your wrist, all that we're going to do is we're going to slide the watch case down the strap, pulling it a little bit further away from the hardware. And then we're going to put it on the same way that we just did before. And now, as you can see, we've taken the hardware from the side and we've placed it all underneath the wrist. So it's much more balanced from the top. We only have one layer of strapping going underneath the case, and all of the hardware is underneath, which makes it a much more balanced feel. So if you're not a fan of having hardware on the sides of your wrist, this is a great option. And it gives you the same results when it comes to the stack height of the case on your wrist as a single pass NATO strap. And there you have it, guys. That's it for this video. As you can see, a double pass NATO strap just gives you a few more options than a single pass. And if you did decide in the end that a single pass was your preference and you really didn't want this extra piece of hardware, then you can just cut off that second strap there and Bob's your uncle. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.